might be the lord of the kaiju rising. Throw it right back when I fight you, lightning. Breaking all the plans when I'm fusing with the lads. Yeah, mega kaiju breaking right through. It's frightening. North Japan, I'm the bomb. How these kiddies crying to their moms. Alien, heading straight to Fuji when I roll up. Scary and eating every human fruit roll up. Only 4 from the 3, you ain't messing with.
Gamera versus Zigra, a 1971 film. It's a 3.5 on the old IMDb scale. Again, I want to thank my good buddy Interweb Kaiju for sending me this pack, as I am on number 7 out of the 8 films. Again, 1 hour and 27 minutes. 3.5 on IMDb. Get a good look at the backpack here. So, space aliens again are trying to take over the world. And they bring along a shark that is supposed to resemble a goblin type shark. And what they're doing now is they are inhabiting the world, trying to take over, and they hold captive these 2 kids and their fathers. Put the fathers in kind of a comatose type state, as they have mind control over people, basically. Specifically this one particular woman, and all she has to do is look at you deep in the eyes and she puts you in a mind control type scenario. And the kids are much younger. One of them name's Kenny, the other one is Helen. It's like the kids get younger in these movies. And the younger they get, the more smarter they get, and they outwit the adults. It's crazy to me. So anyways, after they've inhabited the dads, the military wants to get involved because the ship is causing chaos. It's the ship that's called, it kind of looks like a gumball ship, really odd looking, and all these eruptions, volcanic eruptions are happening, and trying to figure out where the kids are, where the parents are. They do have some type of a link to the ship, and they try to stop everything from happening, the planet Zigra, and try to stop Zigra from destroying the world. Of course, the military is just ineffective, but it's okay, because the protector of children is on the way. Gamera. Basically, Gamera goes to get the kids and has multiple fights with Zigra. Now, the fights with Zigra, some of them were on land, some of them were underwater. Most of the film is shot underwater, which was a pretty good aesthetic for the film. But some of the fights with Zigra, pretty good. I did like the design of Zigra. The aesthetic of Zigra was pretty good. Not a lot of blood in this one, if any. But some interesting techniques, as Zigra was getting the best of Gamera for the first half of the film, which is pretty standard. Some of the fight scenes, you would see Gamera floating in the air and doing kind of like a backdrop of his shell onto Zigra, which was good. Then once he finally was able to subdue Zigra, he decides to play the bongos, basically like a xylophone, on the back of his his tailbone, basically, and then he starts to do like this maraca dance, which was kind of strange but also funny at the same time. I was laughing out loud during that. I know some people didn't like that scene, but I liked it. I thought it was funny. And then you get to see the fire from Gamera. The kids in this film were outwardly annoying, and I felt like the entire film was focused on the kids, to be honest with you. Again, I'm not saying I don't like kids in movies, but in this particular film, they were just abundantly annoying. I mean, just on a different level. I don't think they had quite the budget that they did with the films as they did with this one, as this is during a time when these films were trying to stay alive. They really weren't having a lot of success, and they did the best they could with the budget. Overall, though, my thoughts on this one, Gamera versus Zigra, I enjoyed it. Definitely not my favorite in the franchise, the series. I did like the design of Zigra. Gamera is always fun. I do want to point out that the gumball ship, you could tell there was different designs on it. I did notice one thing that was a bit strange, is how was the shark all of a sudden developing feet to be able to do a stand-up battle, which was kind of odd to me, but that was one thing I was curious about. I mean, I know that Gamera has feet, you know, because he's a turtle. And some of the shots that Zigra was taking at Gamera were pretty creative, because Gamera would duck his head into a shell and avoid him, and it was fun. Again, not the best one in the series, but worth a watch. Way too many cast members in the film that really had nothing to do with the film. Probably cost them a lot on the overall budget that they could have put into other places, but overall I give this one a 3 out of 5 on the Boglin Kaiju scale. Let me know your thoughts on Gamera versus Zigra. Catch up with you later. Peace.
Welcome to the house on the A6 block. I'm just chilling on the porch in my chair I rock. I'm your host Jimmy Biggs with the ghoulish grip. The only light outside is the full moon lit. Welcome to a world mixed with evil and good. If you didn't plan on staying, then you misunderstood. This ain't a nightmare, the figment of imagination. Step aside and the house will awaken. Skeleton.